Shalom, shalom. This is Ariel from GMS Savannah, Georgia. Come with another lesson, but first and foremost, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'Qadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders and elder bishops, great millstone, which rule well and teach well, and to the ark and preachers running his sent truth and sincerity out of the Bible, folk on the earth while risking their life and freedom to do so, and salutation to the hopeful elect. But today's lesson I'm going into is son had one last meal at Dairy Queen before stabbing his mother over 40 times back and neck because she was mean to him growing up. And you look at Sleazy, man, bugged out. You know, those curses are starting to come upon these Edomites now. But it says right here, Wisconsin man allegedly stabbed his mother more than 40 times before he called 911 because she was mean to him while he was growing up. Michael J. Herbert, 27, stand accused of first-degree intentional homicide in the death of his 56-year-old mother, Lisa M. Bragg Herbert. And according to the probable cause arrest affidavit, Herbert called the police around 8 p.m. Friday. I would like to report a homicide, Herbert said, per cops. Dispatcher asked how he knew there was a homicide. And he said, I deleted her. And he allegedly said, Herbert identified the victim as his mother and allegedly said she might still be alive. Emergency operations then asked what happened. I found a kitchen knife and I stabbed her like 40 times, he told the dispatchers, the affidavit stated. Asked why he did it, why he did this, he allegedly responded, I believe that I've been gang stalked by the United States government and the Chinese, and they wanted to force me to do things in my life that I didn't want to do. Operation asked Herbert what that has to do with his mother. And I guess he said, I feel she kind of made me crazy in the first place, and then they were forcing me to get along with her and like her and stuff, he allegedly responded. Offers words to the Half Moon Lake Apartments where they found Bragg Herbert lying in a pool of blood. She was pronounced deleted. Detectives found a bloody kitchen knife about 6 feet from her body. Herbert was taken into custody and transported to police headquarters for an interview after receiving his Miranda rights. He allegedly told the cops he had thought that about killing his mother in the past because she was mean to him when he was a kid. He said he came up with a plan to delete his mom after 4 p.m. on the day in question, cops wrote. But first he wanted to have at least a meal at Dairy Queen before his arrest, the affidavit stated. He then allegedly told his mom he wanted to speak with her alone and went to her apartment. The suspect allegedly stated he waited 5 minutes while inside the apartment before he pounced, stabbing her 30 to 40 times. He claimed she was still breathing when he left the apartment, saying he was unstable to finish her off, cops wrote. He said he stabbed his mother because he wanted to make a statement to the rest of the family, per the affidavit. A medical examiner determined Bragg Herbert suffered 44 wounds, mostly in her neck and upper back. Cops took Herbert into the Eau Claire County Jail, where he is remains on a $1 million bond. His next court date is set for July 6th. And you look at Sleazy, that's what's gonna, that's what is going to happen out here when these race wars and stuff jump off, and people, psychopath, juiced up. You're not gonna have any regards for their mother. They're not gonna have any regards for anybody else. So let's hit some scriptures on this. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in the fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of them that made them. And that's a spirit of vengeance. Like I say, the Lord, like I say, his mother done been here before. She been in reincarnation, came back to get her judgment here, by her own son, a vicious deleting, and like I say, this guy was a psychopath anyway. He was crazy, but like I say, the Lord put it on him to appease the wrath of him that made him, and he had no problem deleting his mother, no conscience. Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall bound the wax of many shall wax and cold. And that's being psychopath, man. This was all premeditated in his mind, that what he was going to do to his old mother. But, like I say, it's going to get crazy out here in the end days, People are just not going to have any remorse for human life out here. Esau is just going to go lose their mind out here and bug out. But if you don't have that covering of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, these are the kind of people you're going to be dealing with out here. You females that don't need a man, this is what you're going to be dealing with out here in Babylon. It's coming. Let me see. What was the other one I had? That was pretty much it. But like I say, these curses coming upon, these Edomites out here, man. And it's going to really rev up closer and closer we get to the end. A lot of people bugging out here, they're losing jobs. They've been lied to. MAGA is dispersing. It's just a lot of stuff that's going on out here in Babylon the Great. And if you Israelites out here not covered under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, these are these spirits out here that you're going to have to deal with. And like I say, this guy had no regards for his own mother. But, like I say, nobody perished being innocent either. So like I say, this is our opener here, because these Edomites, man, they bugging out. And you Edomites, y'all want to, and you Jakes out here, you YNs and women, these spirits gonna come for you. I hear the Lord gonna let them just come at you full force, because you won't repent and come back Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Like I say, man, judgment gonna start at the house of Israel. And like I say, you're gonna have to deal with these spirits right here, these Edomites. That's bugged out. They not gonna have no problem taking y'all out, man. All Israel won't receive salvation. 2/3 got to be put away here in Babylon the Great. And see, this is what you're going to have to deal with, man. You know, psychotic Edomite. But I hope this edifying to the hopeful sheep and lamb, Kwan Yasharala, Call Allah, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. On to the next lesson. Shalom.